discuss and practice using our poetry voice. Okay. All right. Before we start, I want to read you a few poems. I want you to be thinking about what I'm doing. Think about what you notice.
And I got where the glasses.
You ready? I have. Listen to what I'm doing as I'm reading these poems. Second, you're going to tell your partner what you notice. You ready? This is the name of the poem. Good morning. Good morning. Who's sleepy? Who's sniffly? Who's jumpy? Who's grumpy? Who's silly? Who's happy? Who's listening? Who's ready to learn? Who's ready to play? Who's ready to start our kindergarten day? All right, hands down. Now I'm going to read a different poem. You're thinking about what you're noticing when I'm reading these poems. Okay? This one is called Popcorn Hot. Ready? Put your popcorn in a pot. Wait till it gets really hot. When you start to feel the heat, listen for the popcorn beat. Pop, 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 pop. Come on and do the popcorn pop. Okay, here's one more. I have Serena in her seat. Okay, this one is called Loose Tooth. My tooth is wobbly. It's wiggling while I'm talking and giggling. It's wiggling. It's wobbling. It's snack time. I'm gobbling. It's blue, sir. No doubt. It's wiggling. It's out. Look at me. Hooray. My tooth fell out today. All right. I want you to think in your head, what did you notice when I was reading these poems? What did you notice? Think about my voice. What was I doing with my voice? Think in your head what you noticed. I was doing something
If I get 3 was not
with my voice. Think about it. Sean is thinking. Soliman is thinking.
Magic rock.
Give you about 10 seconds. What was I doing when I was reading this poem? What was I doing with my voice? Okay, sit back up in your seat. Yusuf sat up right away. Simone sat up right away. When I say go, you can turn to your turn and talk part. I noticed that.
Anthony, stop bothering her.
Ready? Turn and talk.
I noticed
so he can listen. اسمع فضل ايش نسمع نسمع
I see that Isabella is in her seat right away. I see that Maya is in her seat right away. I see that Yusuf was tracking the speaker. Thank you for that. I did move some of you around, and just like we always say, if you don't have a partner, you turn to somebody that's near you. Okay? All right, raise your hand to share out. What did you notice What did you notice that I was doing with my voice? When I was reading those poems, what was I doing? What was I doing? What was I doing with my voice when I was reading those poems? I have Anthony quietly raising his hand. I'm gonna comment and see. Stephanie, what was I doing with my voice? How was I saying that? Did I just pop? Tell me how did I say it? Did I say it like Miss Stephanie? Did I say pop? Or did I say pop? Okay. Who can tell me a little bit more? Who can tell me a little bit more? Isabella? When I was reading some of the words that were in the poem, and I'll show you, in this poem,
Sean.
popcorn, pop, pop, there was an exclamation point. And when I read that word, Isabella said that I raised my voice. You try saying it with me. Pop, pop. Good. What else was I doing? I have sitting and start. James, what else was I doing with my voice? When I was reading the poem, Loose Tooth, what was I doing with my voice? Anthony, what was I doing with my voice?
You was raising your voice.
Did raise my voice a few times. Listen to me try it when I read this part. My tooth is wobbling. It's wiggling while I'm talking and giggling.
Can we see the picture? Can you show the picture?
Oh, I have Audrey and Star. I have Jasmine sitting and Star now. And did you guys hear my voice shake a little bit?
Yeah.
Can you guys try that with me? Wiggling. Okay. My voice is kind of going up and down. I'm using, James, my poetry voice. When you read poems, it's important that you use your poetry voice. It's not really fun to read a poem just like this. My tooth is wobbling. It's wiggling while I'm talking and giggling. It's wiggling. It's wobbling. It's snack time. I'm gobbling. It's looser, no doubt. It's wiggling. It's out. That's no fun. Can you visualize that in your head when I read the poem that way? You can?
No.
When you read a poem, it's important you to use your poetry voice, okay? Before you guys start reading some poems, I think we should practice reading some of these words that I have up on our chart using our poetry voice. All right, I'm going to say a few, and then you're going to try them. I have Serena's Star, but I need Jane's eyes. I have Maya's eyes, but I need Angelin's. All right. This word is the word hot. Say hot.
Hot.
I'm going to say the word hot using my poetry voice. Are you ready? This is how I'm going to say hot using my poetry voice. Hot. Now you try.
Hot.
Okay. This is the word cold. Say cold.
Cold.
I'm going to say the word cold using my poetry voice. Cold. Now you try. Okay. You can make like a motion when you're reading words too as a poet, but the most important part is to use your poetry voice. This word is scared. Say scared.
Scared.
How do you think we could say the word scared? Raise your hand. Be a good way to using our poetry voice, James, in saying the word scared. Raise your hand. How could we say the word scared using, Anthony, our poetry voice? Why does no one wants to try it?
I want to try it.
Raise your hand.
2 people.
Maya, will you give it a try saying the word scared using your poetry voice?
Scared.
I didn't feel that. I didn't feel too scared when you said that. Let's see if... Ooh, that's better. Give it a try, Luca. Ooh, that's pretty good. And Audrey? James. Using your poetry voice, saying the word scared.
Scared.
I felt a little scared, but not that scared. Try it again.
Like what?
Listen to some of your friends. Yasmin, you want to try it? Ooh.
Oh, but I tried it.
Ooh. Scared. I like that one. Not. This word is scared. Can you say scared, Suleiman? Scared. Now you try saying the word scared. In your poetry voice.
Miss B, the 40.
Lift up. Show me what it looks like to say it. Want to try it again, James?
Oh, no, I can't.
All right. Let's try a different one. This word is pop. I'm going to say it using my poetry voice, and I'm going to ask some of you to try it. Pop.
Pop, pop, pop.
Oh.
Miss 40.
Angeline, can you say this word using your poetry voice? Ooh, I think you can do better than that. Try it. Okay, listen to me say pop. This right here, this punctuation is called an exclamation point. Anytime we see an exclamation point, we read with excitement. So when we use our poetry voice, Angeline, we're going to read with excitement. Listen to me say it, and then you try it again. Pop.
Pop.
Now you try it, Angeline.
Pop.
There you go. Now you're using your poetry voice. All right. This word is slimy. Who thinks they could try saying the word slimy using their poetry voice? Anthony. Oh, we just did that word. Now we're doing the word slimy. So using your poetry voice, try saying the word slimy. Do you know what slimy means, Anthony? It's like something that's slippery. So try saying the word slimy using your poetry voice. Okay, let me say it for you and then you try it. Slimy. There you go. Serene, try saying the word slimy using your poetry voice. Sean. The word is slimy. Think of like a slimy snail, okay? If you were reading a poem about a slimy snail, Sean, I would want to hear that, your poetry voice, so that would help me picture that in my head. If you just said slimy snail, it doesn't really help me visualize that in my head.
And it's not fun.
Slimy. You try it. Try it again. Listen to my voice. Slimy. You try it. try saying the word slimy. James, all the way to your desk. To your desk at your table, please. All right, that one was maybe a little bit tricky. Who would like to share trying saying the word slimy? Let's use our listening ears. Sharuk, using your poetry voice, say the word slimy. Did you hear that, Anthony? Did you hear that, Luca? I didn't quite hear that. Let's try it again. Sitting in star. Go ahead, Sharuk. Have two. Can you try saying the word slimy? All right, hands down. This time, I'm going to say a little phrase to you. There's some dots at the end. Listen to how I read this word. I'm sorry, this phrase. I open the door. Who would like to try it? Soliman? Door. Do you guys see how there's 3 little dots at the end? When you see that, move that up, you pause. When you're reading a poem and you're using your poetry voice, Yasmin, you pause. You let the reader think. I open the door. Simone, you try. Luca, you try. Now, Luca, listen to my voice. Oh, door. Try it again. Okay. Isabella, you want to give it a try? Angela, you want to try it? You guys are starting to get the hang of your poetry voice. Let's try a few more. We'll try another one that's kind of like that. This says, and I'll read it using my poetry voice, and then you can try it. Tip, toe, tip, toe. I'll read it one more time. When I say go, turn to your turn and talk partner, using your poetry voice, saying this phrase. Turn and talk.
Talk to him. Let me listen to you.
Oh. This is what, let me use my poetry voice and you try it. Pause. Saying so. James, I'd like to have you come and join us, but I need to see that you're ready. Right. Herbert, let's hear you try saying the word tiptoe, tiptoe in your poetry voice. Hang on, not everyone's ready. I have Simone sitting in start. Stephanie sitting in
Put them back, yeah.
Isabella's ready sitting in start. Waiting on two friends to sit in class. All right, Berber, go ahead. Saying the word tip. You try it using your poetry voice. Try it. You can do it, Berber. Berber, watch my finger up here. We can say it together. You ready? You have to say it with me. All right. Now, we'll come back to some of these other ones, but let's practice reading some poems where we could use our poetry voice. Okay? We'll start this. All right. This poem is called, and this is a poem that you guys saw earlier when we started our poetry unit. This poem is called Snowflakes, and another kindergartner named Mary, she wrote this poem. I'm going to read this poem. Are you ready to join us? Yes. Show me what it looks like to sit in your seat. All right. I'm going to read this poem, James, using my poetry voice. Then we'll have some friends come up and they can try it. You ready? Snowflakes are beautiful. I like them. They are exciting. They are cold. They are white. One day I saw them on my door. Who would like to come up using their poetry voice and try reading the poem with their poetry voice? Have you ever tried that? I'm looking for friends that want to earn copies, being a respectful friend to Yasmin. Using your poetry voice. Exciting. So read it using your poetry voice. Use your poetry voice. They are
Sarah and Luca, let's listen to you as we speak here.
one day. So Yasmin was trying her hardest to use her poetry voice. But remember, when we use our poetry voice, Yasmin, we have to read either with excitement, or when you say a word like cold, tell me that it's cold with your voice. Cold. When you're reading a word like exciting, use your poetry voice to say the word exciting. Exciting. Okay? When you see the word beautiful, think of like a beautiful princess. Beautiful. Snowflakes are beautiful. Audrey, you want to give it a try? Using your poetry voice. Did you hear Audrey's poetry voice?
Yes.
Did? is Nathaniel, and he wrote this poem. I'm going to read this one in my poetry voice, and then I'm going to call on some of you. So listen to how I read it. You ready? Meat-eating dinosaurs, tall, fast, spies its prey. I got it. I'll read it one more time using my poetry voice, then I'm going to call on some of you. Meat-eating dinosaurs, tall, fast, it spies its prey. I got it. Hold that up. We'll try this one. Anthony?